Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Comic-Jon here with another quick news brief. Actually, guys, I'm sorry, it's not going to be that quick. Just when I thought yesterday with the Ant-Man news and the casting news for the Batman, I thought, okay, we're probably good until Monday with comic news. No. Everything had to stop. Everything came to a screeching halt today because guess who decided to say things? Kevin Feige. What is going on with this? Anyway, right. So, guys, Kevin Feige confirming that Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch is connected. We've already known that. But the Loki show, which, okay, so here's the dates. Since the Doctor Strange movie, they've already got a date for it. It's May 2021, okay? WandaVision is supposed to come out before that. Loki is supposed to be spring of 2021. Okay. So we all understand May is part of spring, right? Okay. However, technically in the calendar world, and just every world, it's a good Skywalker. Just pardon me. Anyway, so Loki's supposed to be... Do I need to blow my nose? Loki's supposed to be 2021. Spring of 2021. Doctor Strange is May of 2021. WandaVision's supposed to be, I'm guessing, they haven't set a date for either of the TV shows, but I'm going to guess Wanda's going to be winter 2021. Then Doctor Strange in May. Then Loki in late June, mid to late June. Because, remember, June technically is still part of the spring. I'll have to edit that out. Anyway. How insane is this? Because here's my prediction. Obviously, this is just a prediction. I know no one. But, so in whose run was it? Tim King, when he did the Vision series in the comics, Vision was so, broken and just so, depressed that he created this, fake world for himself. He created a family and a house in the suburbs of Washington DC, and he was this consultant for the Avengers. He didn't fight or do anything like that. He was just their guy in the chair, basically. So you build an android to be your guy in the chair. I mean, that's actually kind of a great idea. Instead of a human being the computer whiz, you have a living, breathing computer doing all the computer things. But, sadly, it all comes unraveling. And that's what they're going to do in the WandaVision show, but it's going to be Wanda. Scarlet Witch is going to create this pretend world that she wants. And that's how we're going to get Vision back because, as you all saw Endgame or Infinity War, Vision is dead, right? So Wanda's going to come up with she's going to create with her, her matter manipulation powers. She's going to create an alternate reality for herself that she's just going to live in. It's really interesting. It's they're going to kind of touch on mental health, obviously, but also, I forgot what I was going to say. It's a good Skywalker. It's good if you can't remember what you were just saying. But anyway, so Wanda's going to change her reality, and they're going to live in this utopia. That's why we saw the ad that looks like they're in the 1950s. But my question is, how long are they going to do that? Will it be the first episode? In the beginning, majority of the beginning of the first episode, it's going to be basically we're watching a sitcom. And then, we're going to notice, or she will notice like a glitch, and it'll maybe like remind her that she's in this like, pretend world. And slowly more and more, things will start to reveal themselves to her, and it'll be impossible for her to just continue playing make-believe. So, again, guys, just speculation. I know nothing. I don't even think Marvel 100% knows, or they at least have to know what connects what. There's no way they're like, yep, Scarlet Witch, it's going to lead right into Doctor Strange, but we're not sure yet. There's no way they would have made that announcement if they didn't already have a plan. And here's where I think they're going to go. I think the first episode, it's going to primarily look like a sitcom, save for like one or two little incidents where she gets knocked off her balance and she realizes, oh yeah, I just made all this up. It's not even real. Then second episode, a little more. Third, I expect Doctor Strange to show up around the third or fourth episode. Now, I'm guessing these are 6 to 8 episode seasons. Is that right? Maybe 10? I doubt they're going to get 10. Because they're spending big bucks on these things. So I'm going to go with 6 episodes. I'm just going to say 6, just to play it safe, low ball. That means Doctor Strange has to show up around the third or fourth episode. Basically the second act of this 6-hour movie. Right? I mean, that's what it is. It's a 6-hour movie. So if Doctor Strange is going to have a huge role, if Wanda's going to have a huge role in Doctor Strange too, you can't just like I mean, you can, because he's Doctor Strange, and he's one of the characters where you really need little explanation. He's just capable of most things that he's capable of things that no one else is, really. He manipulates time and space with the snap of a finger. Nobody else can do that, unless they have a weapon of some sort. So he could show up last minute and be like, Miss Maximoff, come with me. And that leads her into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which, as reported, she is like a main character. It's like him and her. But then Kevin Feige came out today and he even said it. He, like, in his quote, he was like, I don't even know if we've announced this yet, but Doctor Strange is going to connect heavily to the Loki series too, which made me... Actually, the first thing it made me do was, who's reporting this, because I don't believe it. I forget I have a mute button here. There, it worked after I coughed. That was perfect. Sorry, guys. I got a house with 2 sick women. My daughter and my wife are both sick. My wife has strep. My daughter's been coughing her head off. And I am fighting through. I've been chugging apple cider vinegar to avoid, becoming the weakest link, or becoming another weak link here in this family. I'm trying to hold it all together, so I sound a little snotty. Sorry. I'll try to sniff away from the mic. I keep getting off track. I got so excited when this news was, when Charlie at Emergency Awesome reported this news, then I was like, okay, this is real. They're going to connect Doctor Strange to Loki again. That's right. If you remember, I think at the end of Doctor Strange, he shows up, he finds Thor, and he's like, yo, what is your brother doing on Earth? And Thor's like, we're just looking for my dad. And Doctor Strange is like, oh, well, I can show you where your dad is, and I can send you there in 2 seconds. And then he releases Loki, who he had just been like suspended in like a nonstop fall for like 30 minutes. And he comes flying out and he lands on the ground and he says, I have been falling for 30 minutes. And he almost goes to like attack Doctor Strange. And then Doctor Strange teleports him to Iceland or Norway, wherever Odin is. They're going to revisit that. Loki, Doctor Strange, and Thor There's no way they're not going to pay that off. Like, Thor's got to have a cameo or two in the Loki TV show, right? There's no way he's not. And you know Hemsworth. He just seems like if anyone has a good idea that involves him, he's down. So it'll be fun. And my prediction, Doctor Strange comes, saves Wanda from either, wait up, put your phone on silent once you go on the air. Great job. He's going to help Wanda get out. Like, Wanda's going to, because she's messing with reality so much, the character Nightmare's going to show up. Now, remember, she's like Freddy Krueger. He can only show up in your dreams, in your nightmares. But I think because Wanda she's going to be so tangled in, is this reality? Is this the vision that I created? Or is this something else? And it's going to be the Nightmare realm from Nightmare. I think I'm getting that right. And that's why Doctor Strange is going to show up. And that's who those two are going to battle. And then who's going to show up at the end to save them both? The man with the space stone, Loki, the god of mischief. How awesome is this going to be if they pull this off? If Loki comes in the end with maybe Thor, and he tricks Nightmare, and that's how they, defeat the antagonist of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and then we go into Loki's series, and Doctor Strange probably does not have much to do with that. And I think Thor and Loki show up. I feel like we're going to see everyone in this Doctor Strange movie. And let me explain why, after I take a hit to this. All right, what was I explaining? Oh, yeah. What was I explaining? Loki's going to save them. Loki and Thor are going to come in, save Wanda and Strange. But that is only because Loki has the Space Stone. And I'm guessing, I'm a little confused because I thought the Space Stone only manipulates space. Like, I thought you could, jump from here to China in 2 seconds, instantly. But in the ads for the Loki show, I mean, it's not even really an ad. It probably is an ad, but it's made to look like someone snapped a quick picture while they were filming. That wasn't supposed to, and they leaked it out all over. And it had Jaws in the background. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Jaws came out in the 70s. I think it was like 75-ish. And that means Loki's time traveling. So either he gets the time stone from Doctor Strange or from the Ancient One, which would be also amazing. See, that's why Loki and Doctor Strange together are so good, because they're tricksters. I mean, remember when Thanos and Loki are fighting? Thanos even says, no tricks. When he finally is like, I'll give you the stone if you save Tony's life. He's like, no tricks. Loki is a trickster. He's the god of mischief. These two are going to out-trick each other, but eventually they're going to help each other. And that's what I see happening. So then Loki, the show, is going to kind of go, it's not like Nightmare. It's not like the villain of Doctor Strange is still going to be existing when the Loki show happens. I just think that Loki is jumping around to all these main points in time and fucking with shit. But because he knows that, his brother and Doctor Strange are pals, I guess he'll eventually learn that. I don't know. This is going to be so interesting because, remember, it's not the same Loki. It's the Loki that was never captured by the Avengers. He escaped. And I guess he's going to learn that Thanos like time traveled and then died from that. No, that's a different time period. So Thanos still exists in that timeline. It's going to be so good, guys. And I just had to kind of like pretend to dissect it and make a prediction because I think the WandaVision show, God, these guys are geniuses. This WandaVision show is going to be so good because it's going to feel like a regular sitcom that the last 50 years have watched on TV, right? It's going to be silly and goofy, and it would be amazing if they had the laugh track even, like added in there. And Wanda and Vision are going to be cooking, and then there's going to be a problem with the dishwasher, and they're going to argue over who could fix it faster, and then, Vision's not going to have a shadow. Because as you see in the advertisement, where they look like they're in the 50s and they're sitting on on like a couch and they're dressed nice, but their shadows behind them, they look like the shadows of the comic book characters. Vision even has the stone in his head. But I have a feeling that they're going to play with the whole shadow thing. Like, he won't have a shadow. And she'll remember, oh, yeah, I guess I forgot that, like, detail in my coding. I forgot to add shadows to this pretend person that I'm living with. Oh, yeah, there's a pretend person that I'm living with. You see what I'm saying? It's just going to keep building on that. Little glitches in her software, firmware, I don't know, software, maybe. Computer guys, let me know. I think talking so much is making me cough more. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I can't believe it. Look, a lot of people are on this new train of like, I love the individual movies. I love the standalones. What are you talking about? The movies that's it. When it ends, that's it. I'm sorry. I can't buy into that. I don't believe it. I feel like you're pretending to be a more intelligent movie critic when you say things like that. Like, a movie that connects to another movie, how is that a bad thing? Because you know what? Even though the movie ends, we don't. We're still alive. Oh, and I love that movie. And I wish there was like another piece of it that I could take and put into the next new movie that I'm going to watch. And that's what these guys are doing. And with Wanda and Strange and Loki and Thor, those three together, that whole thing kind of like connecting, it's going to be so enjoyable. 2021 is going to be an amazing year. We just got to get through 2020 first. And hopefully it'll be here before we know it. And I think that is all that we had on the schedule tonight. So, guys, I just wanted to do a real quick news brief, talk about Doctor Strange and WandaVision and Loki all connecting in the MCU, as confirmed by the big king, Kevin Feige. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, even if it's disrespectful, and make sure you tell everyone you know to join this channel and be a part of it, because it's an open casting call, guys. Anyone wants to come on this show and be a part of it, be a co-host, sign up. That's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Who was that? Quick trivia. If you can answer who I just imitated there, you win a shout out on my next episode. All right. I love you. Bye.